How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA analyst and today we have got another gameplay analysis video for you. We are taking a look at Paul today, who is a Twitch streamer, so I will put his link down in the description, so I do recommend you go and check him out. He is constantly a Gold 1 player. He's trying to break into that elite bracket and he just can't quite seem to get there. We go through and we analyse one of his losses from FUT Champions. So you do have two faces in the video. You have mine and you do also have Paul's because it's taken directly from his live stream. You will find some very helpful tips in this to just show you the mistakes that these Gold 1 players make that cost them those few extra wins, well, losses, that basically just mean that they're not going to be hitting elite. If you do enjoy the video, please let me know by dropping a like, and you can also subscribe to the channel. We do upload every day at 5 PM, and then we do also stream over on twitch.tv/FIFA analyst every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, all starting 8 PM UK time. So a link is down in the description box below if you are interested in that. But let's go ahead and jump straight into this video. So anyone that's new to the channel, what I do, my name is FIFA analyst, also known as Alex, and what I like to do is analyze gameplay, give you some pointers, give you some tips, try and tell you exactly what's going right in your game, what's going wrong in your game, what you can work on, what you can improve on, all that sort of thing. We're going to be taking a look at Paul today. Obviously he is another Twitch streamer, so you've got my lovely face here, and then just over this way, no, yeah, no, that way, yeah, just over that way, you've got Paul's lovely face. So, he was 8-1 at this point. Basically, Paul is a consistent Gold 1 player, Elite 4 as he likes to put it, and just can't break into Elite, essentially. So we've been trying to help him over the last couple of weeks, but I feel like one of the things that we can do is take a look at his gameplay to try to get an idea. He has really tried to get better, and this weekend, from just watching him as much as I could, he has done so much better. Just being a lot more composed, taking on a lot of the tips, a lot of the advice. Yeah, so Paul was using the 4-2-3-1. So this guy's team wasn't insane. I mean, Paul does run a fairly decent side. One of the things here, he uses a normal little dribble. See, Paul doesn't have it so you can see his controller, but one of the things that I'd kind of think in this sort of situation, if he was going to turn here, right, and wants to get onto Messi's left foot, I don't know if he's looking to play the pass into Rashford or he's going to look for the finesse there. I feel like if you were going to try and get onto Messi's left foot here, surely a drag back's better. He doesn't go for the drag back, he tries to dribble it, which almost just shows it a little bit too much for Cancelo. Somewhat minor, but obviously trying to get back onto Messi's left foot is what most people are going to do in that sort of situation. Is that a bit aggressive with our right back? One of the things that I've noticed from just watching Paul's streams, just keeping an eye on his gameplay, is, yes, that's a bit aggressive there, is he's not composed enough in front of goal. He has been a lot more composed the weekend just gone, but yeah, just as a whole, a lot of times he takes shots that he shouldn't be doing. So one of the things that people will say when they play my 4-2-3-1, we've been quite aggressive, and with the fullbacks being unbalanced, what you've got to take into account is that when you come into attack, at the minute you've got Walker here, so essentially at the minute you've got a 3 at the back because Walker's out of position. You've got Mendy, you've got Ramos, and I think your other one is Ferdinand, if I remember correctly, in your team, Paul. So one of the things that you can't do when you have your fullbacks unbalanced is make tackles in this sort of area of the pitch and drag them out of position. At the minute, this Walker, all you need to be doing as a prime focus is bringing him back into right back. So if this Mendy chooses to run, you run with him. You make what I class as a panic tackle, where you might win the ball there, you might not. It looks like you've put the analog in the wrong situation. But then that means is if this winger wants to carry on running, or the fullback, he's more than entitled to. He's got all of this space behind your lovely head here. So what he can do is carry on running, which then forces Ferdinand to come over, which then forces Ramos to come over, which then forces Mendy to come over. So essentially, you've now going to have space here and possibly space here, depending on how it goes. Obviously, the guy gives the ball away straight away. He rushes it. What I'd be looking at in this sort of situation, Paul, is, again, I know this was from 2 weekends ago, and I know you have really been focusing on how to improve on these sort of situations. The guy's just rushed this chance. He's giving you the ball back. You play a rush pass back. For him giving the ball away twice in that 5 minutes, I would be seeing that as this guy's not the greatest of player. You should be looking at controlling this game and dictating the game as you want. So you make the panic tackle. He then plays the pass. You only need to relax there. I mean, you play the pass straight back to him. He does it again. Here, mentally, take a note. just control the game, dictate the game. You'll annoy this guy straight away from it. For him to give the ball away like that on a counter-attack opportunity was quite poor of him, to be honest with you. PVSCS and Finessic, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, boys. Hope you're doing well. He looks angry. You got to focus, ain't you? You got to get in the zone. How do you dribble really tight? I'll be doing a video on it soon, my man. I'll be doing a video on it soon. So, you're a little bit unfortunate in this sort of situation, Paul, because you've got Martial right on the Kante. You are playing a very risky pass here, though. What I'd be doing, you're on Xbox, so I'll be holding L2, LT. If you're on PlayStation, hold L2. What I'll be doing is just trying to shield off this Martial. You'd like to think Kante can do that. I'd carry on dribbling up this way. I'd then come back to the fullback, centre-back, and then work it over to the fullback. This pass is marked at the minute, so you're playing a very risky pass there, which is no surprise. He's giving the ball there. You win it back, though, quite straight away, which is good. I think here, if you're going to do the drag back, which is the right thing, you're looking for that Messi run. Right. You've got two options if you're going to do the drag back. You're facing this way at the minute, you drag back up that way. So you do like the straight drag back, where you're facing that way, you go straight up. At the minute, the drag back you choose to do is you're facing that way and you go right, which then means that you've turned into the defender, so you've almost gave him the ball there. I think this guy expects you to drag back up into this direction. So what I'd be doing here is drag back. You're facing this way at the minute, I'd be drag backing back this way. Because you will juke him, because he will try and cover you in this sort of situation, and then you can play the pass, because your drag back will end here. You can literally play the pass there. When you do a drag back, always try and take a think, because the drag back has an option to go every single way, like that. You can just see how the drag back has so many different avenues to go with. Loads. You've then got to decide what way he thinks you're going to go, and you've got to not go that way, basically. He's going to expect you to drag back up into this direction. So if you fake drag back and go back the way you came, I think that's an easy pass into there for you. I'm just trying to see if there's anywhere where you could put the pressure on. I think that's where we kind of mess up a little bit. The ball comes down to this right-hand side. What Paul's cautious about is this runner here. To be fair, he could go and put the pressure on, but even still, I think this is just actually quite unfortunate. Because he switches here. There's nowhere where he can really cover the passing line and then put pressure on the ball holder. He does try to do that. Like, he's trying to cover there. He's trying to cover two men. De Jong's not really involved, so he's trying to cover two men with a Kante. So I kind of get that. Player switching... I don't know. It's not unbelievably slow. Because he switches there to PK pretty quickly. The guy plays a first-time pass. He switches to the Ferdinand. He then switches to... I don't think so. I don't think it is that slow. For someone at that sort of level, I don't think it is. It's not unbelievably slow. I mean, it could be quicker. It could be quicker, but even that, it is a little bit unfortunate. Solid, thank you for the follow, mate. Preachers hit the nail on its head. How you doing, Carl? By Walker, he's going up for anyone who wants to invest. There you go. Carl, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream. Ed, how you doing? Stress all week, gonna stop playing FUT Champs. Got a goal too with your tips. Thank you, mate. Glad you enjoy the videos and stuff. Should have stayed on Ramos. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See, he could stay on Ramos, right? But the second man press isn't going to do anything. Because the thing is, I'd probably switch back here, right? As soon as the Mane faces that way. The only reason why I say this is because... Let's have a look. Only reason why I say this is because as soon as he plays this pass here, what I'd be cautious of, which is why I think the switch to Ferdinand is acceptable, is Mane coming down here and looking for the near post. That's a valid option here. So I don't mind the switch to Ferdinand. That's okay for me. Obviously, yes, he can cover the 1-2 by coming back with Ramos. But as soon as he takes that touch, that's when maybe the player switching could be quicker. Because here, there's no way he's a threat to this goal. He's got to try and play the pass back into Bernardo Silva, or he's got to look for the right foot for the finesse over there. So yeah, maybe the player switch could have been a little bit quicker. I mean, it's not unbelievably slow. And then by that point, it's a good finish. So yeah, maybe play as soon as the back to he gets his back to goal, then switch back to the Ramos. So now, yeah, so it's like a second too slow, isn't it? And again, just to reiterate and go over that, and the reason why I'd do that is because I'd be cautious here of the Mane trying to go near post, trying to get past the Ferdinand. But as soon as he goes to there, switch back to that Ramos and cover that pass. Was a little bit too slow. Little bit. Minor. Hell of a left foot, yeah. I think I see is a switch from Kante to Young getting involved, kind of fucked him. Nothing else but drag back De Jong. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you, mate. And Jacob, thank you for the follow. This is what I mean with like thinking about your drag backs. Like people say do drag backs. This is where I'm a little bit confused because your drag back's kind of into the way. I mean, there isn't much space to move into there. The space for the drag back is in here for definite. That's where we should be looking to drag back here. Andy, how are you doing? Solihull, mate, Birmingham. Thought so. I'm a Stourbridge man myself. Salvatore, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? So yeah, going back to that point with drag backs, I just think, you know, we've already dragged back into a player there, and then we have the space. We don't drag back into the space. We choose to drag back into him. Gonna sell you one to watch Ben Yedda? Well, depends if you like him or not. If you're playing him, he's a good player. Been watching Paul too much. Could be. Good tackle. Okay. So I like this defending in the middle here. Obviously, one of the things this year, as it is with the last few years, is covering the passing lanes, which is what he does. He tries to cover this Martial pass off. Obviously, you can't really cover that as well. As soon as the David Villa closes up to here, he puts the pressure on the ball holder and wins the ball back. A lot of you guys in this sort of situation, you back off and you literally just try and stand in front of this player here. So you might just stand there. And then you go, Alex, I can't win the ball back. I can't get the ball. Why is that? Well, when they show you the ball, go and tackle them. Win the ball. The nice stuff there. He needs to here. Ball roll. Well, he needs to come further up. Crossing isn't effective this year. We've established that. Like, everyone knows that. I don't understand why we choose to cross here. He needs to carry on coming. So, people say, how can I do a ball roll effectively? If he carries on running up here, right? What this player is going to do, he's either going to back off to try and cover this pass, or he's going to commit to him as well. And that's when a ball roll is really crucial. When you've got your player and their player running head on, as soon as they head on, that's when you can ball roll here, try and get into this byline and look for the sweat back across. He will expect you to ball roll into this sort of area because not many people go down to here. But I don't understand the cross. Like, if we had CR7, I'd kind of forgive it. But I just feel like that's a bad decision to try that. And then just about manages to get a corner out of it. So I just feel like the cross is the wrong decision there. I think it's the player switching at the minute. He's got the right idea. I mean, he's unfortunate there not to win the ball with Kante. I'd probably switch to this De Jong here. And I'd probably look at moving the De Jong into this sort of area, because that's kind of crucial at the minute. We don't do that, which then means he plays a pass in, and it's too late of a switch. It's an unbelievable finish from Mane. Like, absolutely unbelievable. I wouldn't expect Mane to bang that in top bins. I don't know if that was the team of the year. But yeah, I feel like the switch to De Jong to cover that pass. The reason why I say that is because Mendy will naturally do what Paul does anyway. You don't need to switch to the Mendy. If you bring De Jong into here, that takes that pass off. Then you can switch back to the Mendy to put pressure on the ball holder. Because you haven't, it's then left this pass open. Like, to me, you should be seeing this pass as the risk. This is the one that we want to cover. Using this player, switching to this player to cover him, he's not a threat at the minute. The reason he's a threat is because he can play a pass into a guy that can get into the key area of the pitch, which is the box. So if you move him across to cover, R2, you're on Xbox, RT, LT, you move him across. And yeah, it just doesn't. And then the player switch by that point's too late. And then, I mean, you defend, like, you know, defending there wasn't an issue. You didn't dive in or anything. So, but yeah, so let's quickly recap that just to make sure that everyone's kind of understood it. What I'd want to see... Oh, gone too far, haven't I? Catch up you boys in a sec. So what I want to see here is a switch to De Jong, move him into this position. That then means that this pass is no longer on. Then you switch to the Mendy or the Rashford to put the pressure on this ball holder. If you move him here and you cross this pass off, he's then got to do something else. Because you don't, boom, he plays the pass in, you try to get a switch in, and by that point it's too late. So Paper. Why is his centre-back not marking Mane, though? You can't trust the AI to do all that for you. We're just analysing Paul's game from the other weekend where he picked up a silly L. What is that, right? What is that? So, he holds R1. Does he? Yeah, he holds R1. Paul. We literally, we're 2-0 down, mate. We can't be giving the ball away as soon as you've gone 2-0 down off the kickoff. Kickoff is a thing. It's still a thing this year. You have to use the kickoff as best as you can. I don't know why we go so deep into the middle. You're running into a load of players with not really many players around you, and you hold R1 as well. So I don't really get it. I don't really understand that. Like, we've literally just gone 2-0 down in champs. It's still the first half. Why have we held RB? Why are we trying to dummy that? And even so, don't go through the middle off kickoff. Like, this area is so congested. These are the players that are free. Use this space down here. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't make sense. Scary Clowns, thank you for the follow. I got moderated by Matt HD Gamer. What he thoughts on his YouTube? I don't really watch his YouTube stuff. To be fair, I don't really watch many people's YouTube. Just focus on our own stuff. But thank you for stopping by, mate. Appreciate it. Should be 3 there. So from that pool, we're 2-0 down, right? We're 2-0 down in 35 minutes against a guy that, in my opinion, you have a very good chance of beating. You give the ball away straight off this kickoff, which we've already touched on, which this really irritates me because you can't be doing this at any point of the game. You've just given him the free ball back. The ball is like the holy grail of FIFA. Like, literally, you just cannot give it away so cheap. What that then means, he's then got the ball back. He plays a couple little 1-2s. You get a bit unfortunate there not to win it back. He should be 2-1. He should be 3-0 up. He should be 3-0 up. Honestly, he should be 3-0 up. These little passes here are good from him. You stand up tall. You are unfortunate not to get this one. You do put him in the right position. Here, you kind of need to stand and kind of... To be fair, you do it, but you back off a little bit, which then means he gets that shot off. Really, really irritates me. You know when they try and grab their shirt? It irritates me when they try and do it. That is filthy. How has that happened, Paul? How has that happened? It's one of them ones where you can't lock onto it, can you? That. How is Bernardo Silva with the 3-star weak foot put that in the back of the net, though? I don't understand. Right. Paul. One of the things that I don't like seeing from kickoff, unless you've got CR7, someone that's massive up front, for me, off goal kicks, not off kickoff, off goal kicks, sorry, you want to be going to the fullbacks. The way you want to do it, I tap RB, wait for him to drop back slightly, then angle it along to the left and just do about 1 bar of power. Kick it to Mendy. Let Mendy try and win it. You boosting it up to Rashford, I think it is. Neymar. He's not going to win the ball comfortably. So you give it away cheaply. By this point, you do step in. Quite aggressive. He just absolutely does you. That's absolutely filthy. That is absolutely filthy. No worries, Tom. How are you doing, my man? Welcome. 8-bit Jogs, thank you for the follow, mate. Welcome to the stream. It was filthy. It was filthy. You're doing SBCs. How are you getting on with the SBCs, buddy? Absolutely filthy, that, isn't it? Ridiculous. I want to see how he bounces back from this. The little things. That's just losing his head, man. That's just losing his head. That is just completely like... He's gone 2-0 down and he's just got really angry and he's going to start to rush everything now, I think. See, that shouldn't go in. That shouldn't go in. The guy's gifted him that as well. Neymar's facing down this way. That shot is very, very optimistic. Very optimistic. I mean, I don't know what you boys think. I don't think that should be going in. The guy gives you the ball, basically. He just gives you it. I'd look at doing a fake shot. On Xbox, it's X and A. I'd do it in that sort of direction. It's the one where they do that like, little speed boost that they get, and then I'd smash it near post, just to increase the chances of that going in. I don't feel like that should be going in, to be honest with you. It's a good finish though, so we're back in the game, 3-1. Insane game, mental, isn't it? Yeah, I do coach Xbox players. LFC Rules, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in, brother. Appreciate it. I know this game finishes close. Well, it doesn't near the end. Okay, you work that well. Yeah. Boom. Boom. 3-2. Okay. Worked that really, really well, actually. I think the guy comes down the line from kickoff. You win the ball back with Walker. Play it with Kent. I like that. I like that. You didn't rush it. Nice and patient. Nice and patient. Played it back to Ferdinand. Find the space. Look for the 1-2. Play it into Messi. Lovely. You used the winger really well as well. That, I believe, you've done RB and what is it on Xbox? X for the cross. So it does it along the ground. Curves it a little bit. It's a lovely cross. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Good finish. Good finish. Can't see Paul's passing accuracy. Doesn't look too... I don't think it was too bad. He didn't give the ball away too much. Anything I've kind of noticed from the game so far is... Well, we did give the ball away from kickoff, which we've already kind of touched on. And just the drag backs. We drag back into players. We haven't really gone in the right direction on that front. And player switching has been a little bit too slow in certain situations as well. But let's see how the second half goes. I know that it is a very tight game during this second half. How bad is it then? There's been a few issues, Paul. There's been a few issues. Woeful. Okay. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What is that? What has just happened? What has just happened? What literally has just happened in that situation? Come on, don't do this to me. There you go. Okay, so we've already spoken on that point. A little bit unfortunate. Good little pullback from him with Guardiola to win the ball back. We should be winning this game, Paul. We should be winning this game. This guy is not good enough. You defend well here. You switch to the PK, get her pressure on, win the ball back. Carry on running. This is where, right, I understand what you're trying to do, in a sense. You're trying to come back into here. What you need to be doing is waiting for... Let me just make sure these tunes carry on playing. Yeah, they're still going. What you need to be doing here, Paul, is... Realistically, you try and do the pass into here. I think you hold LT while you do it, which then means De Jong tries to backheel it. What I'll do, X and A, first fake shot, let go of the analog stick, try and bait the defender in, then use that runner coming through, play the Y pass into here. You can then use him coming through, and then you've got an easy sweat on. What you don't do, well, what you shouldn't do is that, because you're playing a pass into where the opponent's already covering. Look at his cursor, man. You're not gonna get through there. So that was a little bit frustrating. You then get through here. I don't know if the drag back's needed. I don't know why the screen keeps doing this. It never does it this much. Just that you've just killed that situation. You're really lucky to get the bounce back. I don't think the drag back was needed, man. I feel like the weekend you've just played, surely you see the pass into Messi. You know what I mean? And then the shot's a little bit unfortunate with Neymar. Let me just have a look and see if that was... It wasn't offside. You could even step up that way and then play the pass. I understand why you've tried to drag back though, because you're trying to go for the near post. So I kind of have a little bit of sympathy for you there. Take the shot. It's a piss poor shot from Neymar. And then I don't know what happens here. I don't know what happens here. You actually, you stay composed here and you play the pass across. So you do that well. I'd hit that first time as well, to be honest with you. I mean, you could take a touch upwards, but then you run the risk of this angle getting closed down. So I kind of get that. You're really unfortunate, man. You're really unfortunate there. Really, really unfortunate. Pull, pull, pull. Me and you are going to be having a very, very deep conversation. Relax. It's 3-2, man. It's the 68th minute. Now you've panic tackled. You can get back into the game. I don't know why we're... Now, look, another panic tackle. We're going to do another one? Should we do another one just for the shits and gigs? Shall we? Where is it? Come on, one more, one more. It wouldn't be the same without... Yep, there we go. And another panic tackle, maybe? You boys want me to help you, right? And you do dumb shit. Paul, you do dumb shit. We were working our way back into the game. We were working our way back into the game, and we've just done 3 or 4 mistakes, all in one go. Oh my god! I don't know why we have to panic so much, Paul. Why? Why? Okay, so here is the first mistake. Number 1, pass. Just relax. Just relax. You spam it out. You spam it out because you want to get into the game. You're obviously starting to panic now. You obviously just play the pass to the right back. You've given the ball away there so cheaply. Then, to make up for it, panic tackle. Second mistake. Panic tackle. Third mistake. Panic tackle. Fourth mistake. Boom. What are we doing? What are we doing? So, we don't give the ball away here. You understand that. You don't need me to teach you to suck eggs. You don't need to be so aggressive here, man. At the minute, this guy's not got anyone to pass to. Just stand up here. Stand up here, hold LT, jockey. Then if he shows you his face, you then step in. You don't need to do that. PK is now, Ramos is now out of position. He's out of this gap here. You need to kind of get him back. You jockey with him there. He's then got that space. Panic tackle again. You try to cover the 1-2, which gives Bernardo Silva the space to put the ball into the back of the net. Can you see how now, at the minute, you've got these 3 defenders here. You've got that little bit of gap because Ramos is out of position. Gives the Bernardo Silva the space to kind of get through to there. I personally, I would have just pressured this, right? Because even though you might cover this pass here, you can just put the pressure straight on him. Because, I'll catch you up with that in a sec, eh? Thank you though, mate. Basically, if you put the pressure straight on him, he's either A, going to shoot, or he's going to play the pass into him here. If he does play the pass into him here, you can switch and try and get the pressure on. It would have to be a quick switch, but you can. You literally go, I'm going to cover this pass. Bernardo on his left foot on the edge of the box. He's going to be deadly, man. It's a lovely little finish. A lovely little finish. You actually win the ball back here. I think this is the wrong shot selection. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you're what you're on here. What do you try? Do you try a B at the near post? Again, if you want to be really composed, you could have gone for a fake shot stop and then finesse it far post. I do feel like you're a little bit unfortunate, but I think it's a rush chance on your end. I do feel like it was a rush chance on your end. So he manages to win the ball out with Longley. You can't really do too much there. Yeah, I think if you want to be really composed, fake shot stop or ball roll the keeper down this way and look for the goal. Yeah, you do rush it. You hit it first time. You got to take a touch. You got to take a touch. You got to do something else. Just as a whole, when you're dragged back in, think about. When you're dragged back in, think about. Oh, you think you should have, yeah. When you're dragged back in, think about where the opponent is and where the space is. There was quite a few times in that game where we dragged back into a player when you could have dragged back into space, which just gave the ball away. And there was a couple of times where he managed to get a good attack off or even scored from it as well. You did stupid things off kickoff, giving him the ball back. You did stupid things at 3-2 to just give him the goal. Like, it was absolutely pointless. You did not need to do what you did at all. Baffling, to be honest with you. Baffling. And then you just started to lose composure. You started to get really irritated. I know this weekend just gone, you were a lot better on that front with a lot more composed. You had certain situations where you play a pass into the striker with his back to goal. A first-time fake shot could be absolutely crucial to just break that defender, get a little bit more room, and obviously get the shot off on there. Your shot selection hasn't been great. This game didn't show it so much. I do want to have a look at another game for yourself to have a look at your shot selection. I know you have been working on that as well. And then also in defence, stop pressing B. Only press B when you're 95% sure you're going to win the ball. A lot of the times you just press tackle and hope. And sometimes you're a little bit too aggressive in defence and a little bit too passive as well. A bit of a catch-22. You were more aggressive as you were losing the game, and you were kind of too passive as you were kind of starting the game as well. I need you to fully focus as well at the start of the game. Like, giving away that goal at the start just always puts you on the back foot. You need to take control of the game. Don't let the opponent, especially when this guy gave the ball away so early on. You're a better opponent than him, in my opinion.